You know, there are many high school students doing some really good deeds in the community. One particular high school that stands out is Loyola High School. And to hear more about how the students of Loyola are making a difference, I have Marcelle DeFreitas, president of Loyola High School, and one of their students, Thomas Beliveau, who is in secondary 5 and just about to graduate. Miss DeFreitas and Thomas, welcome to Life Unrehearsed.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for inviting us.
You're most welcome. Thomas, can you hear us okay?
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Great. Thank you both for coming on the show. I want to get the word out. But Mr. Freitas, I have to start first. Loyola just went co-ed, and I'd have to ask, how are things going with that? 1 year under your belt.
Matt, coeducation has been a great success at Loyola. We welcomed girls and boys into Secondary 1 this past September after 126 years of being an all-boys school. Truth is, it feels normal, as if we were always co-ed. And our students, girls and boys, feel like they belong at Loyola, and their families are very pleased with our wonderful teachers and the formation that their children are receiving. Surprised to see, Matt, for us, that there was a 30% increase in applications from families with boys when we went co-ed. So we had to open an additional Secondary 1 class.
Very interesting. I am a Loyola graduate, and when I heard it's going co-ed, you know, there's a little bit of a red flag, so much history and tradition, and that is really encouraging to hear what you're talking about. I have talked to some parents that have a daughter there now at Loyola, and they're loving it, so congratulations. I know
Great.
that hasn't been an easy transition. Now, you have something called a Christian Service Program with students and out there in the community. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, a key characteristic of our Jesuit education is to help students realize that their individual talents are to be developed for the good of the whole community. Students are encouraged to use their gifts in the service of others out of love of God. To promote awareness of service to others, all of our students complete the Christian Service Program as part of their studies. Students engage in various service activities that allow them to develop deeper understanding of the needs and struggles of others, thereby fostering a sense of compassion and empathy in their daily lives. So through structured reflection papers and discussions, our students analyze their experiences in the program, and they grow to understand how important it is that this service has helped them to seek God in their lives and how it contributes to their own personal and spiritual growth.
Now, the students are all over the place doing their volunteer work throughout the 5 years that they're at Loyola. So give us some examples, Mr. Freitas, if you can, about where the students volunteer.
Yes, some of our partner organizations are Giant Steps Autism Center, where our students help the participants to gain confidence by helping them with classwork, playing games with them, or just being present to listen to them and befriend them. We also partner with Welcome Hall Mission and Matta Community Center, where our students sort tons of donations and help prepare food baskets. We partner with Café Trottoir, where students weekly serve homemade sandwiches to homeless people, making sure to sit and talk with them, and then pray with and for them. We also partner with Manoir Beaconsfield, where students can help senior citizens go through their days with a little more joy by helping them to walk around, serving dinner, playing games. Carolyn's Community is another partner that we share our students with. Our students sort donations, make food baskets, participate in toy drives, all to help the community in need in Notre-Dame-de-Grâce. Matt, I could keep going.
There are so many, and it's really wonderful to hear. And then talking with Marcelle DeFreitas, the president of Loyola High School, and I want to bring in one of their students in Secondary 5, Thomas Beliveau, just about to graduate. You got a couple of exams or a few exams this week, Thomas, from what I understand, and then that's it. High school is over. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, congratulations. You're on the Maroon and White Society at Loyola, a very prestigious group of students and representing Loyola and students out in the community. So I want to hear from a student perspective. Can you give us an example, Thomas, some of the places that you've volunteered at in your 5 years at Loyola?
Sure thing. So there's been tons of opportunities to participate in helping the community. I'd say one of them is called Bread and Beyond. It's a sandwich. They make sandwiches for the homeless. And basically what the Loyola has done is students are tasked to pre-prepare sandwiches at home and to bring it packaged and ready for them to to eat, and the school will bring it to the shelter. And that has been a really good way for students to get involved, especially during COVID, which was very difficult to help the community, because as we couldn't have face-to-face conversations with them. So this was a really good way to help get back to the community.
And there are so many others. Is there one particular place that you volunteered at, Thomas, that stood out in your mind?
Yes. So this was my first experience in secondary one. I went bowling with adults with special needs, and this was truly marking experience because it really set the tone for the entirety of my high school career. It made me realize how much of an impact I can have on someone else, and it was really humbling because I got to see that there are people who need help more than me, and that this school really helped guide me into integrating helping others into my everyday life, and I really appreciate the school for that.
It's interesting. I was very fortunate to participate in the Christian Service program at Loyola as well. And one of the ones that stand out in my mind, I was at the Bayview, CHSLD Bayview. This is pre-pandemic, obviously, many, many years ago. I'm going to say 35, 40 years ago. But it really stood out. I remember it to this day and felt it made a difference. My son was over at Manoir Beaconsfield when he was at Loyola High School. Mr. Freitas, you mentioned Manoir Beaconsfield, such an amazing CHSLD and run by Sabrina and the whole team there. So, Thomas, coming back to you, I know I got a lot out of it. How about you? How do you feel when you're volunteering?
You just feel amazing. I mean, like I sort of mentioned earlier, the school makes you realize that giving is better than receiving. And I couldn't emphasize that enough. You know, that's part of going to Loyola. It's you know, as you get older, your perspective changes. So maybe as a secondary one, you're a bit more closed off to giving to others. But as you progress, as you get older, you really you change. That's part of the growing up, and the school really guides you in that way to make you feel good about helping others, and that's really what gives you a fulfilling life. It's helping others. So that's my favorite aspect of the school.
Listening to Life on Rehearse, Matt Del Vecchio here, and I'm talking to Marcelle DeFreitas, the president of Loyola High School, and Thomas Beliveau, a secondary 5 student at Loyola. Mr. Freitas, I'm going to wrap it up with you. And, our population is aging, and Loyola is one of the examples that will really show about the benefit of intergenerational interaction. And can you expand a little bit on that?
Yes, it's so powerful for both the student and for the senior. Seniors enjoy the company of young people, and our students read to the seniors, play games with them, play music for them. So it's a bright spot in both their days, a time full of energy and enthusiasm of conversation. In return, the seniors share their wisdom and experience and tell their life stories to our students, who learn that the business of life is indeed about the acquisition of memories, and that every life lived is unique with experiences and people. So one can always learn from the older generation in every experience that we place our students in at Loyola.
And so true. I see that in my world working with seniors and people that are transitioning into retirement homes. And I'm in the retirement homes and CHSLDs all the time. And when young people show up, you just see it light up. And so good on the students of Loyola. Mr. Freitas, how can our listeners find out a little bit more about Loyola?
We have a great website, easy to remember, loyola.ca. It has lots of photos and content about our school and why it's such a great choice of a high school.
Wonderful. I want to thank both of you for coming on a Sunday. That's Marcelle DeFreitas, president of Loyola High School. Thomas, good luck in your exams this week and one more week, and you are done. Congratulations. And Thomas Beliveau is a secondary 5 student at Loyola High School. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you
so much.